I don't know, water, liquids,
foods,
solids,
sustenance, whatever it is. I feel you.
Yes, sustenance.
Well, to talk about the game that we're seeing, last time around it felt like RRQ had some nice answers to what Execration were doing, most notably in the fact that they had the lockdown for the very mobile heroes that were causing issues. This time around, they decide to try and, I think, deal with the Underlord early by taking this Ursa. You'd mentioned the Timbersaw as being a good counter, but this is another one of those heroes that can really wreck his day in the offlane.
Yeah, it's not really fun playing against an Ursa as many heroes, especially Underlord. The one good thing is he does have the pit for later on, but you can just ulti out of it at the start of it. So, and when you play against Ursa, it feels bad because you're kind of forced into these situations where, oh, I need a Force Staff, oh, I need a Ghost Scepter, I need these items so that I can live. Maybe I can't rush the mechanism or something. But we'll have to see how Underlord plays this game. They have a lot of heal. They have a lot of stain like we saw from them last game. Let's see how they want to take this game. So Quap instead of the Puck. Ember Spirit.
Again,
a
lot of roots, a lot of things that can cause issues for Execration. And I mean, yeah, the Ursa can ulti out of it, but Pit of Malice in some ways is even better against him than some of those other roots, because even if he ultis out of it, it's only another 3.2 seconds, I think, before he's going to get rooted again. So Ursa's probably going to need like BKB this game, more so than like an Ags if he really wants to just go to town on these guys.
Execration's turn to
PA, huh? We just playing the same game again here, RRQ. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Seems to be working. Shadow Shaman.
Need to ban Rubik.
Like the
Please
early.
ban Rubik. No, I'm just kidding.
A little bit more of the early focus on taking down towers and objectives, I guess, with Execration.
Yeah, they have a lot of objective clearers here. Oh, they actually did.
Dire team ban.
That's hilarious. That's called respect. So, early Roshan controllers, Shadow Shaman getting the towers. RRQ.
10 seconds remaining.
PA is pretty good against Ursa, all things considered, because once you have this blur up and you can just
reserve time.
blink a keep forgetting the name of this Phantom Strike away from people, so even if the Ursa is on top of you, it won't matter too much most of the time. Now that Timbersaw ban, I still like it. They could have easily went aggro tri-lane.
Yeah.
Ursa, Shadow Shaman plus Night Stalker, super scary. And then there's 3 melee kind of heroes, so this is a free Timbersaw game.
I have to say, I don't really like Execration's plan of going for basically giving RRQ the same type of draft, with the exception of the Rubik. Like, Rubik is a good hero and he can change the complexion of a lot of games, but it felt like it wasn't just the Rubik that game that caused a lot of issues. Maybe you take another support here that can have a big impact for Zephyr, and it's not going to end up making the biggest difference in the world anyways. So, like, they're playing these same heroes that play the same style of Dota. I would have liked to see them take out the Underlord, the hero that makes this draft work, the like catalyst for all the other movements around the map. It felt like that was the bigger issue, and this is the same type of thing. Like, Undyne is going to be able to have a huge impact early on. I don't think that they've stopped what RRQ wanted to do. It's going to be the same thing, ran back at them. Maybe Execration have an answer, but I feel like it's better to take the other team out of their comfort zone than just trying to just respawn to that playstyle.
Yeah, you kind of need like a Naga now or something for Execration. Some kind of hero that can split push the map, it feels like, or they're just going to have to go all out team fight hero. And the problem now is I really love Undying here, because what Undying does is he drops the tombstone, and that means that Ursa he kind of has to focus that tomb, else it's just going to cause problem for the rest of the team, for himself, kiting and whatnot, or the Shadow Shaman's going to have to waste his wards and try to focus it. So when they do it like this helps the early game. This also helps their mid-game team fight. And then Execration, now they have to think along the lines of, oh, well, they don't have that much lockdown. But remember last game when they got the Abyssal Blade on the PA, the Ember Spirit getting his chains, plus when you get those talents up, his duration of the chains lasts a lot longer. So this could be a big problem now for Execration. And what do they really want to go for here? I mean, they can Ursa mid. Like, that's the thing, right? You can Ursa mid, you can Quap in the safe lane, off lane, do whatever you want, maybe go aggro.
Well, I think it needs to be that type of hero that enables the split push and play pick-off oriented. So maybe they Legion, and then you can have somebody that's like very pick-off oriented and just try and take towers.
Shadow Fiend, actually.
Okay.
I think Shadow Fiend is like the best chance hero for Execration here. I'm trying to figure out what else. Maybe Lina or something.
Undying is going to cause issues. This is an RRQ draft that's going to come out hot. They still have the same problem of breaking high ground that they had in the last game.
Oh, there's Terrorblade in the game. I guess Terrorblade is maybe not their kind of style, but Terrorblade's not that bad this game. There's only really Ember Spirit, which you kind of need to worry about, and sometimes it takes a long time for him to get online. But Jug, a lot more pushing power. This is potential aggro again coming in from Execration. Well, I guess it was dual lanes last time, but aggro from RRQ last time.
And I guess put James one-on-one against Koala seems to be the play here.
Or mid. Like, Ember against Ursa is very hard for Ember too.
Okay.
So you can even put you can put either the Quap against Ember or you can put the Ursa against Ember. You can put Quap against Underlord, and the Quap's going to do really good too. So both of their one-on-one matchups are heavily in favor of Execration right now.
Yeah.
But the mid-game team fights is where this game is going to be made. Like, you're going to win, you're going to lose. Let's see. Who do you bet on, Lyrical? If you had to bet. If you had to wager your left leg.
I think that I'm wagering my left leg on RRQ this game. As much as I was really a big fan of Execration, and man, my Dota, are you having trouble getting into the game?
Slow.
What the hell is going on? All right, there we go. I actually had Execration as my third pick out of the Southeast Asian qualifiers for TI7, and I expected a lot from them because I think that their lineup is quite good. If you look at it, their lineup is like a bunch of players that have been really effective for a long time. They just love cutting me off, don't they?
I'm gonna type in all chat. Shut up.
No, don't you do it, damn it. You're gonna get us kicked out of this damn tournament. You're gonna be in trouble. Etakeke! That's my favorite. Etakeke!
It's a pretty good one.
But I think that particularly giving RRQ basically the same lineup that they had last time, we'll have to see if Execration has had a good response to it. I think if Execration win this game, they win the series because they're going to force RRQ to do something different, or they found the answer to beating them. But I don't know if this lineup has the answers that they need, because basically you need to win the lanes, right? Like, that's what this comes down to. And I think that Undying gives you enough to not let that happen. Like, Undying is going to be hard to deal with in this game.
I think Execration are going to win this game, and I'm going to be able to keep my left leg.
Okay.
And I'm going to win in 24 minutes.
Okay. 24 minutes.
And 3 seconds.
Holy shit. You are just all about that.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta go big, you gotta go bold, you gotta go in.
Definitely.
Or RRQ is just gonna stomp and I'm gonna look idiotic. But it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, all of these predictions are based upon the way that we think the game is gonna go. If there's one thing that I've learned from casting C Dota over the past couple of years, is that things are not how you would expect them to go in C Dota. I remember watching Fly Soligan ultra kill at 24 seconds before the horn. Like, these things happen.
Yeah, that's pretty much, you just called GG there. A negative 5 second game.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool if somebody did that, right?
Yeah.
You have a 5v fight, team fight, early on. Whoever wins it, that team has to call GG. That'd be just fun, you know, just to see what people could do with the limited amount of gold in level 1 strats.
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. It's like a mini tournament, right? Do a mini tournament, and then that team or something wins like $5,000 or something. Because it's not that big of a tournament, right? But it'd be cool just to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like it. Okay, Rage of Potato. This is going to be the patented off-lane Quap, it looks like, with the Ursa mid as you predicted, and it does mean, of course, that Nando's down here in the bottom lane. We'll have to see how they deal with it. I mean, Shackles and Blade Fury is pretty great lane against the Underlord. He doesn't like dealing with magic damage early on.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I would have actually put Jug mid in this situation because Jug can easily beat Ember Spirit too, right? Because you just completely own him with Blade Fury. And I think, actually, maybe I take that back. I think maybe you have, I guess you have the same amount of kill potential with Rasta and Jug. Like that used to be a insane duo back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And in this Ursa mid doesn't care much about this Undying, right? Like he's trying to harass, but I'm just gonna whack you, and you're gonna have 5 Fury Swipes on stacks on you. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they have the spin, they have the shackles, very tanky.
Yeah, if they can't kill him right here, it's a lot committed, and he is going to have a salve. So Koala, happy as a clam, just going to back out and away, and now they don't have a lot of their mana. They can do it again in a couple of seconds, but Raging Potato in the top lane, the cask bounce, more than enough to find that kill. So first blood going to the PA. All right, they do have another round of this if they want to go for it. The shackles as well.
Meanwhile, mid lane. Oh, he missed the chains. Wow.
Yeah, James gonna end up being able to find that. So another kill going the way of them. Execration, and now they are gonna be going after James yet again. The decay is there for the kill. So they end up taking him down.
He should have just Earth Shocked to take off the Flame Guard there. That was really weird, to say the least. But because they're stealing so many levels, this hurts the Ember Spirit. The Ember's only level 2, whereas the Ursa's about to be level 3, and he's going to be able to apply a lot more pressure soon. But the decays are stacking up. Very annoying.
Yeah, if nothing else, like getting his HP down that low is going to make it a much more effective, the damage coming in from the Ember. So we will see how this goes. Other big things to keep our eyes on. Quap having himself a really good time, or having herself rather. 11-1, compared that to the PA 6-2. So Raging Potato just showing off his skills here in the CSing up here in the top lane in spite of that death.
Yeah, Night Stalker's also been helping a lot too. Meanwhile, ooh, if that's done, could have been trouble. Here comes the Arcane Rune, and ooh, not gonna chase. Interesting. All right, oh, here comes the chase.
And
they have the salve still.
Yeah, I mean, they're fine. I think up here it's going to be hard to find a kill until you get more levels on that Quap, probably, I'd imagine, at the very least. James trying to mess with the Ember, but Ember is still 20-4 versus the 14-1, and still keeping up decently in terms of levels as they're looking to go after Koala again. Not going to happen. He's level 3, having himself a good time.
Yeah, this is why if they had the Ursa here in the bottom lane, you feel a lot safer in this situation.
Yeah.
Or you feel like you'd have way more kill potential. But no, mid lane though, this should be the death of the Ember. You just can't really stand up to him once the all his mana is gone. What?
Undying? He's gonna get him. All right. Zephyr proving again who the real carry is.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Logic. Oh, he ended up hitting the fog. That would have been a kill if they were able to get the dagger onto him. We didn't talk about that. The dagger versus dagger matchup. Quaps is a little bit better than PA's, and still 20-6 versus the 14-5. The safe lane, not so safe.
Yeah, they're doing really good so far. And even the bottom lane. I'm surprised that Undying Or not Undying, Underlord. Oh, meanwhile, top lane, they're diving. The Witch Doctor is going to go down. They use... Uh-oh. Is this level 1 or 2 Maledic? 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is going to be a lot of damage there. And, well, the blink is back off cooldown in 1 second. Turns, man's up. Limit gets the kill. Whew.
And the Shrine is coming up real soon.
Yeah, this is great for Execration. This top lane is going fabulous. And across the board, it feels like they've had good answers. But really, it's Rage and Potato just having a great time against the Witch Doctor and the PA that's making the difference here.
Yeah, and now it's nighttime, so they kind of need to help with the Undying, so... Meanwhile, mid lane, just watching this. He's going for it. He wants it. He wants it.
Ooh, good chains. That'll keep him alive for the moment. James still taking that damage. And...
I'm surprised he didn't go back. Alright, so if he had killed off that creep and turned and just ran at him with his ulti, that would have been a kill.
Bottom lane, Koala gonna be hexed. Cuts back the other way, did the little okey doke, but is gonna be taken down nonetheless. So they find themselves another kill. Execration across all of the lanes is doing a fine job of pushing this down. How are the levels on Shadow Shaman? He's level 3 only.
Meanwhile, top
Rage
lane.
Potato is gonna get caught, and well, that's a hell of a lot of damage with the Maledict. We'll see if he's able to survive through it. 7 stick charges is there. Ends up dropping his items to get the max value out of the healing, and well, actually he's going to be able to live through that one.
He's still playing close to the edge.
Yeah, Undying is going to run into him. Rage Potato!
There's no creeps around, buddy. That heal does nothing. That's the funny part. Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, they caught him. They got to spin if they need it. They are going to use it. So Undying, or rather Underlord again going to drop. 6 to 3.
When both heroes are on the same team, is it? Yeah, it's not easy. You got my curse now.
Oh, it's all good, man. This is what we do.
It's funny.
James.
I'm just poking fun at you. Yeah, mid. You went
It's going to go after him again, and just no way to stop it. Zephyr's out of mana now. They're going to throw out the cast to try and turn this, see if they can make something happen. They're not careful. James could potentially kill them both off. Let's have the Fairy Fire, the walk away. Maybe the Melodic can do enough damage. We'll keep our eyes on him, as it looks like Night Stalker coming to try and save the day and kill off the Witch Doctor in turn, but it doesn't end up happening.
And that's the problem, right? You can never chains as an Ember. If you chains as Ember, you're going to, he's just going to enrage it off and just run away. So you always have, in this...
Oh my god, you okay there?
Losing our voice already. You always have to have that remnant back, especially against an Ursa, and you're going to have to use it a lot. He didn't really use it there, so he got punished for it. Meanwhile, top lane, there's the chains. That's a kill.
Yeah.
Nice rotation.
It was needed. Again, Quap's just been able to get so much out of this, and now they're back to about even in terms of the CS. Net worth, Quap's a little bit behind the PA, but only because of that kill that came about. And you're getting closer and closer to this group up status that you can have eventually. Meanwhile, RRQ getting there a little bit earlier, trying to push down and deal whatever damage they can to this tower.
So James right now, pretty much the big dog here. Where is he going? Oh, the 8-minute rune.
Worthy tribute.
Unfortunately, the 6-minute rune was DD bottom. Nobody got it. Now it's an invis rune, and still nobody wants it. There's not much love this game for the runes.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Feels like a lot more emphasis just on that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they caught the Quap. Blinks away, but with that Maledict, actually, with the maybe with the raindrops, can actually live through this. Looks like Quap is going to be able to survive. Very nicely done.
TP though. He's gonna have to go back to base. I guess he can just TP anywhere. Meanwhile, mid, ultied away.
Yeah, no way to stop that one. Level 4 is still there for the Shadow Shaman, so no wards yet to be able to take down this tower. And it looks like James playing very aggressive here. If they can manage to get another hero in the area, the Pit of Malice is down. You do have another Remnant forward by the Ember if he wants to go for this one, but they are not going to fully commit for it. Looks like they just want to keep that Ember. He doesn't want to die again. He's been having a bit of a tough one so far.
Do they have ulti here? Yeah, Jug has ulti. This should be a death of the Underlord, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't even need the extra. Oh.
Stuck around. So Nando having himself a great game, drops the healing ward. It's time to take down the tower, and again, 3,000 net worth lead at this early stage of the game. Execration getting everything that they could want.
Yep, looking pretty strong for them, having a really good early game. They haven't even needed their Night Stalker, and the only people they can really kill is this Quap, it feels like, in this game. So one thing that we haven't really noted that I've been wanting to note, I will note again later. Woo, that was close. Almost dead. But now it's PA put in a very awkward situation, but should be fine.
Yep. Gets the deny as well. Always nice to see that. So it gives the plus side about this is that you have all of these heroes who also have given space to Underlord. Koala getting a little bit more for himself. They're going to leave the haste rune for Raging Potato to get his bottle done. So they don't end up going for the kill onto the Undying instead. And now we'll see if Underlord can actually build into an item for himself, since he's been really heavily shut down this game. God, Raging Potato, look at this guy. He's insane. Just wants to dive for him. They missed the Maledict, and now the Sonic Wave comes out. Levick making it happen. He's going to run away yet again. Well, Zephyr trying to do whatever he can possibly to take down that Night Stalker, and we'll be able to get it.
Getting chased here, but should be fine. Juke the blades.
Oh. Enda backs out. RR is still there. Does have level 6 now. Is going to be going for the wards. Shackles to follow. Raging Potato secures the kill, and they will take that tower. All Undying gets the deny mid.
Yep, so all these towers are being taken by Execration. This is pretty good early game for them. Mid lane, this should be the death of the poor Undying. So I wanted to talk earlier. Well, we'll hold up though. James seems to be dead here.
Now, the chains, they are not going to come out. Waiting for a moment. Not using him yet. Want to make sure that he is not able to TP away. Well, you know that he didn't have the mana for it anyways, so they will take down the Ursa. Something going back into the favor of RRQ.
Yeah, that's a good rotation in coming in from Ember, punishing the aggressive play from Ursa. And then back to the... Okay, well, I'll hold that thought. Bottom lane. That stalker seems to be dead, potentially. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna get this point across, even if it kills me. So the Undying. Normally what you see is the 1-1-3 build. But in this game, he felt like the Tombstone was going to be absolutely useless. So what he did is he went for the maximum kind of like damage early on and with your team. So he's going to apply more damage with the decay. Heals are really nice to have early on, especially when they have the Soul Rip on, you know, the PA that's going in constantly. Also the heal coming in from Witch Doctor, which he hasn't gotten yet, but eventually. So that is nice to have.
Yeah. I like this, though, and this is, I think, maybe the big piece of the draft that Execration wanted to change up in this game, was the Roche-taking potential that they now have. James being able to be a constant threat means that the type of pressure that the RRQ lineup would want to do 5-manning around the map together isn't going to be as likely to work because they're going to have to fight into Aegis so much more frequently. And Ember going to just be able to remnant away, but they'll have the Aegis for this push.
Now nighttime as well, so it's even harder for RRQ. Oh, they're gonna get wrapped around on too.
Yeah, this is big. James has that Aegis. I don't know if you want to go on this guy right now. Maledict is there, Zephyr as well, but they get the silence out, and now the Omni Slash down, trying to spin down a logic, but it's not gonna happen. Well, maybe it is actually. He doesn't have anywhere else to blink. Has the Urn on him. Trying to turn this back around. He does get to the shrine in time, but still taking the damage. They need somebody else to be here in time. Ember was not there.
Meanwhile, top lane.
A lot of questionable decisions here. And they're just going to be able to jump forward. They found the Ember. He's gotten hexed. RRQ is not playing together fully, and they are paying for it heavily.
It's just their lineup just doesn't come on until like 40 minutes in the game or 30 minutes in the game, and they just aren't going to be allotted that time. They need BKBs, they need to push the map. Their team fight is kind of like one-dimensional, where we just kind of like run at you. They have the split push with the Underlord, but that's not going to do anything. And nice spin TP out there. So they still have the Aegis to work with. And meanwhile, Zephyr... Ooh, yeah.
Oh, they can do a decent chunk of damage. The chains are going to keep him there for the moment. And it looks like they will be able to burn through the Aegis. So Execration getting a little bit too big for their britches. And now going to be punished. They take down James. And Lemic hanging out in the area as well. Oh, maybe they can actually turn this back around onto Ember. No, they can't quite do it. It was a low possibility play. And now Quap with another haste rune won't quite be able to find that kill. And that's Sonic Wave down again for a while. So Execration throwing away this little lead that they had. You know, it's not looking completely... It's not like they can afford to do that over and over again.
Yeah, that's right. But the problem is, this Jug is just max, or he's the highest on the charts. He's also got the most CS in the game, 7.5k. He's also going to be going for that Silver Edge next, it looks like, or maybe just Shadow Blade first. Going to get these solo pickoffs around the map. Oh, juked. Pop juked the Ember.
Yeah.
TP away. So this is looking still really good for Execration, but we can see how they can be punished, right? If you just go alone, you just bring 5 in, and then that's how they're going to get back into this game for RRQ.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, they have definitely the heroes that are capable of doing that. As long as you're not getting picked off by the Ursa or getting picked off by, you know, the combo of Shadow Shaman, etc., who's actually going to be going for an Aether Lens first. I don't really like this. I feel like you need that instant disable, but maybe it'll end up working nonetheless. PA mid lane. Are they going to find her? Are they going to kill her? Zephyr is here as well. They're going to jump forward. Omni Slash is already down. Underlord gone. Now in trouble. There's 3 of them there in the mid lane. They can't get the heal back up. Tombstone's been dropped, trying to keep alive that Witch Doctor. He's still going to fall, though, and now the Tombstone gone. Ember jumps back and going to have to Remnant away immediately, and Night Stalker chasing. He's found the silence as well. If they want to get it, James, there's nowhere left for him to go. He's slowed down so much this Remnants are going nowhere also.
Just a little bit mistimed there from James. He could have gotten that kill on the Ember if he had waited that extra second or two for the chains, and then they could have completely... I think they could have chased him down. Ember was out of Remnants then. But this is going to be a tier 2 tower down. Most likely. Maybe not in the mid lane.
Yeah, they have wards back up again in 5 seconds, so they can use them here if they want, or wait and hope to get more from them elsewhere around the map. And RRQ immediately going to smoke up. They want to battle. Execration, I do believe, realized that this was happening, and now the scan is going to connect. They realize that they're over here in the area. Spin TP away. Now the Ember trying to find one, but looking like if he's lucky, he'll find that Night Stalker. Does manage to catch him. It's a small consolation kill.
Yeah, maybe if he had hit a little bit better, he could have got the TP away, but trying to get out of there as fast as he could. So, does he have the Aether Lens complete? Wow, he has the Aether Lens complete. Surprised he didn't... Oh. Did you? DC.
No, I didn't. No, I'm good. I'm here.
No. I was trying to time it. FPS 10.
That's bad. I don't know much, but I know that ain't good.
I play on 30 FPS every day. Kappa.
Dang.
I said Kappa. That'd be unplayable, I feel like.
I used to play, when I first started casting, I cast on a $100 laptop that I bought at Walmart.
Wow.
Yep, I played on the lowest settings. I played with no textures. Yeah. And I think that I could maintain like a consistent 20 FPS. Nice. And I streamed on that thing, believe it or not.
I'm surprised you didn't hang yourself or something. That's
Dude, it's fine. You gotta learn to play on it. It was good though. I loved it.
I played on a laptop for like 3 years back in the day too.
Anyways. It looks like now you're still looking at an 8,000 net worth lead. Not insurmountable, but it's quite hard for RRQ to make this work. You're gonna have to outplay Execration at this point to come back into it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So let's see. The outplay avenues. You kind of need to go into the situation where Underlord gets that halberd again or gets the solar crest. They're going to defend here. They might have overstayed their welcome. They need to,
they have ulti from Underlord and kill off the tombstone. There's going to be the little pit of malice drop down as well. So they all get out. That's the plus side of Underlord. So the get us out of here button. Ooh, and maybe the wraparound. Nando has the Shadow Blade. Do they have vision? Do they have reveal? Looks like the answer is no, but they will be able to farm the wards that just took down their tower. Small consolation yet again.
Once the Silver Edge comes out from Juggernaut, I am finding a very hard time for this PA to live. She can still blink strike away. This Soul Rip max at level 7 has been doing so much work in these team fights. So Zephyr understanding the importance of the heals, helping his team kind of stay in this early game.
Ooh.
Has been impressive, but all they have to do right now for Execration is they just need to wait for Roche, and then that's going to be their go time.
They get the D ward here, maybe revealing that there was a ward in the area, Raging Potato. So, vision right now, not the greatest in the world. Did manage? I thought I heard the hex sound come off him. I think he might have hexed a creep.
Yeah, he like remnanted back as he was hexing, so then he just like hexed the creep or something.
Oh. Now Underlord here as well. They're gonna run into each other. Lemic get that extra little bit of vision at night. Able to spot RRQ before RRQ spots them, and now Raging Potato, they got the root, they got the catch, they got the damage. With Shocked ulti coming out as well. James there trying to man up, trying to take him down. That means the Tombstone's gonna be able to go to work, but immediately gone. And now, what are your answers left? Can you make yourself out of here? Quap coming back in, has been able to find him. Sonic Wave onto 2, but Yabu's still alive. And there is going to be the Void out as well, trying to get him down, trying to get him dead. They will be able to do it. The silence comes out. The long-range shackles are going to be able to take down a Logic as well. If he's not careful, they drop the wards in turn, and with that at their shock, they're able to take him. Raging Potato will blink in a second, I'm sure. And Zephyr, in the meantime, the last survivor for RRQ, when in reality there are no survivors. 21-13, the stomp is real.
Yeah, they're just getting crushed in these team fights. But that was all because of a Quap buyback too. So, all things considered. But because they bought back, that secures them the team fight, that secures them the last outer tower, and that's probably going to secure them Roche here too. It's also going to give them the item that Jug needed. So he has the Silver Edge. They're also applying pressure onto this tower.
Yeah. It's time to go. Make sure that they get themselves out of there. And it doesn't feel like Execration are in any hurry to make this game finish. Like, they're going to be great.
No, they want to get my timing right. So Roche respawn time sucks for me.
Yeah.
I didn't predict that. It should have instantly respawned. But they still have outs and ways to come back into this game. All they really have to do for RRQ is maybe stall the game for another like 20-30 minutes. It's easy. Just keep split pushing the map. Keep doing it. Get up to your BKBs. Nah, you do fine.
Alright, we'll see how it goes. Oh. They have caught themselves a nice little tasty Shadow Shaman in with those wards down, with the shackles down. Ember just barely able to get away. The Night Stalker wasn't able to help out his buddy there, and now catching some more Omni Slash down onto several. They're not going to be able to find that kill yet. Nando actually just going to drop. They managed to take him down. The chains are there onto 2 as well. Oh no, Execration, what have you done? The cast bounces yet again. No Maledict onto the Quap, but nonetheless, they will manage to take down several, and most likely the tower as well.
I'm trying to figure out why Blade Fury was on cooldown for Jug. I was too busy watching the Rasta die, and I looked over at the Jug. His Blade Fury is down using ulti, and he just died. Now Night Stalker's dead.
James? They're going to go in. Sonic Wave there as well, but Zephyr still alive for the moment. They turn. They try and fight this. He is still going to get ran down, barely left alive. They do kill off the Quap yet again, and now Underlord trying to get all of his teammates out of there, and it looks like Logic just barely able to get away. Whoo, man.
In a row. That is
is under attack.
Some bad luck, my friend.
Yeah, that was nice. That was very, very close to getting another kill. So a big swing back in RRQ's favor. They don't manage to take the tower, but well, things are starting to look a little bit better.
Roche is up, but they should probably wait till Quap's up to try and do that. The thing is, the nice thing about RRQ's lineup is they can always be on the go. They don't really need to wait for any of their cooldowns, maybe Underlord ulti, since it is pretty long, 130 seconds. But other than that, they don't really need to wait for stuff. They just get in there. It's kind of like what Execration can do, right? They can just go. Besides the Jug ulti and maybe the Quap ulti, they're pretty much battling all the time, both sides. So it's nice to see the lineup kind of work. And well, that helped. I didn't click. I need to start clicking on the drop down score thing more to look at the team fight recaps.
Yeah,
I have a
man.
bad habit of not doing that.
And sometimes they don't always show. Oh, what the hell happened? Why are they raffling? He's still DC? Oh. Got it. I get it. Well, Roshan now down. They immediately hex. They immediately find him. RR barely going to be able to live through this one. Maybe they're chasing, they're finding, they're catching, they're killing, bouncing back between the both of them. The Witch Doctor ulti as well. Can they do it? His Flame Guard is off though. If it was on, they might have had enough damage, but they don't now. And another set of chains might be able to be enough to get him out. But no, the break comes out. The Silver Edge damage too strong, and Roshan is still going to go down. So even when it was looking like there was a moment of respite for RQ, immediately Execration put the kibosh on that.
So they're thinking, wait, yeah. Let's see, who do I want to take the Aegis? So we put the Aegis on the Jug. You're going to be sieging the high ground. I like that. And then my Ursa also has a BKB soon, so he's not going to be dying most of the time here until it runs out. So this is looking pretty good now for Execration. They have the wards as well as for the high ground siege. And let's see where they want to approach. Do they want to approach the top lane or do they want to approach the bottom lane? And how much are they going to dive is the question. Because if they dive too much, then the shrines can become a problem.
Right.
So we have to make sure that Execration are a little bit disciplined there.
And do you still maintain that this is a lineup from RRQ that if they get to the late game, they're going to be able to outscale Execration, or do you think that's not really the case anymore? Just because of how well Execration have done at staying ahead.
I think they've done a really good job staying ahead, like you said. That's probably the bigger thing because their 3 cores, it's kind of like a 3-core lineup with Underlord being maybe not a 3-core lineup situation. They will maybe get this Quap kill, but I think Quap scales way better into this later game, especially with the lifesteal. And then, yeah, that was perfect setup.
The Yules.
And then, yeah. Quap will do a lot more in the later game with the lifesteal as being an offlaner.
Right.
Especially if she gets a BKB. And it doesn't look like PA is getting a BKB anytime soon. And that's pretty problematic because Execration, if you look at their heroes, all of them really, they have a lot of stuns. And they can just constantly be a nuisance. They're pressuring. I'm surprised they don't commit for this.
Well,
Oh, I guess, yeah, they're worried about the Dark Rift, but you still have Spin on Jug.
I mean, it's a little bit scary. Oh, no, there's the problem, though. They need to get him out of that. You can't afford to give away your life in that fashion, and now you're going to TP in onto one hero, but they're all going to be walking into hell. The wards are down already. Witch Doctor ultimate, not nearly enough damage. And that was just from bad to worse to terrible. You cannot get picked off like that if you're Ember Spirit. Now James jumps forward. They buy back on the Ember, but is he really going to be able to do anything to stop this? I'm not really so sure. James still taking a lot of damage. The Firestorm doing that percent-based damage as well, and the chain's now connecting onto 2 of them, but another Hex comes out, and this could be a dieback. This could potentially even be game if they lose the Ember now, and he does in fact go down. Another kill, another death. The crits are there, but Execration dominating RRQ in this one. Buys back on the game. Koala about to end up dropping. Maybe 2. Logic. Is he going to be end up pulling as well? James ends up dying. Okay, but he has buyback if they want to use it, but probably just going to end up instead ensuring the racks to go down.
Quap. Maybe. Okay, yeah. So they got 1. Are they going to go more? Do they have Healing Ward up? Yeah, Healing Ward and Aegis still up. So looking pretty good. Here you go, friend. Take a nice sip of this green stuff.
They're doing it. They're staying alive, and RRQ, I mean, they have a long time until Underlord or Ember Spirit are back up and online, and this is going to be a second lane of barracks down at the very least. Maybe they can hold on to a bit more here. And Nando, he's just going to go immediately for the spin. The silence is there. He's in trouble. They don't have Omni Slash, but they still have Aegis, and just going to be able to force staff away.
Well, it's pretty funny how this stack that just got cleared out has been there for about 20 minutes or something. It's like a 3 or 4 stack.
Yeah.
And I don't think RRQ ever did it. That's... well...
it hurts.
Now the situation is 19k, 28 minutes in, 2 racks is down, 2 lanes. Lyrical, coach them. What do they need to do?
All right, the dream. How are we looking here? Oh my God, PA is queuing up a Battle Fury. That is, that's a thing. That is a whole kind of thing, and unfortunately, it's going to be Underlord going down right now. They need a way to be able to punish Nando being able to spin TP, but he actually doesn't have TP, so they're going to be able to catch on to 2 of them. Chains is there, no mana for nothing. If Nando goes down here 2 times, it could be the play, although with the Aegis expiring, still no TP. Do they have a second dust? No, they used 2 of them to try and deal with Nando, and now the Witch Doctor going to drop down. Maybe they take another kill as Ragey Potato is here. She wound up her ulti, didn't end up using it as of yet, but the Eul Scepter lift up, and the Potato very mad at this point. A jump forward, a Logic going to get caught. Time to yell in the face. Maybe, possibly, do they do it? Well, catch again, buyback from the Witch Doctor, Ward's committed. I don't think any amount of coaching is going to be able to get him out of this mess. Execration are dominating face, and James just going to turn around and beat him all the way to death. They have the Pit of Malice again. Sonic Wave barely going to be off the mark. Doesn't connect onto Logic, and instead, it is still going to be another one going down. The applause from Zephyr, and good game called.
GG, well played.
Well, you were off by 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but we'll call that the Roche respawn time. But you called it. Execration taking the win over RRQ.
Yeah, you're gonna have to chop off your leg. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with your leg. Do I want to mount it? Do I want to hollow it out?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I could have a foot mug.
There you go.
You know those mugs?
Be careful. I got big feet, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't want to get some toe jam when I'm drinking.
That
That's
ain't
right.
good. Well, 1-1, game 3, about to be around the mark. Do you think that Execration have what it take to close out the series, or are RRQ going to pull it back?
I have to wait for the draft to kind of decide. I felt like Execration, they could just do whatever they want. They punished the Underlord by getting a really strong dual lane that can kill him. And that's kind of like what you have to do with an Underlord. You get this strong dual lane where he can't get much, and then the hero just seems pretty underwhelming going into that mid game. So, and then they also dominated the other lanes. It just looked like they drafted really well for the early game and into the mid game, and even late game. It felt like they still could probably win too. So because of how well they transitioned, so nothing really came together for RRQ. They tried to run at the enemy as best they could, but they kind of got outran this game.
All right. Well, we'll have to see what happens in game number 3, but more importantly, what happens in the draft. Execration versus RRQ. Winner moves on to face Mineski in the upper bracket. Meanwhile, the team that loses is going to drop down to face off against Clutch Gamers and fight for their life for that spot into the main event for WCA 2017. Stick around, everybody. Lyrical as well as Ryuu, your two casters for this one. We'll be back in a few minutes once these teams have had time for a break. Game number 3 coming up.